Hi, hi traders, it's Roberto once again, and this is a follow-up video on the London close trade setup for binary options, or if you're trading Forex. But this tutorial is specifically for binary options. I forgot to mention in the last video that the expiry date is 5 p.m. from Monday through Friday, but on Fridays it's 4 p.m. I gave the impression the expiry date for every day is 4 p.m. and it's not. So let me go through the strategy. It's just very specific. I use a 15-minute chart, and I'm using a 1437 parameters on stochastics and just regular candlestick patterns. No other indicators are needed. Fridays are very difficult sometimes because the markets are quite volatile, and unless the currency, and in this case Euro USD, has consistently sold off or rallied from the London session through the New York session, then it's difficult to take a London close trade. And I'll explain that on a couple other trade setups that I'm going to show you. So the first thing I do, this is Friday's trade. The green indicates the area that I entered a trade, and the arrow indicates the direction. Stochastics is oversold on the 15-minute chart. The market pretty much is finished for the day, and that's what we see is that retracement. But you want to make sure that your expiry date is 4 p.m. on Friday and not 5. There's a huge spread that occurs at 5 p.m. You don't want to be in a trade right before 5 p.m. So there's the trade setup. The expiry date is 4 p.m. and in this trade we've made money. Okay, let's go to the next day. This is Thursday, and again, euro dollar started all the way down here during the London session and rallied all the way through the New York session. The arrow here indicates the direction that you would take. This would be a put. Stochastics is overbought. We also have a bit of a divergence on the 15-minute chart, and the expiry date on Thursday would not be 4 p.m. but 5 p.m., which is about here. So again, we would have, we made profit on this trade. The market went down around 17 pips. If you're just trading regular Forex account, you would have made about 17 pips. Binary options, you would have been successful on this trade. So let's move on. This is Wednesday's trade. Wednesday was a little bit difficult, but I did find the market found support. Market rallied, came back down, rallied, came back down, found support around that expiry date, or rather the call, which is around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And at 5 p.m., the market went all the way up to 135.35 from 135.27. Remember, you only need 1 pip on binary options to make profit. You have a successful trade. Here's Tuesday's trade. It's a little bit easier. Market sold off from London session all the way through New York, found support. Stochastics oversold. Arrow indicates the direction of the trade, which is a call on binary options. The entry was down here, and by 5 p.m. the market had gone up about 10 pips. This one was a little bit difficult because notice on the New York session the market was rather flat, so I hesitate to take this trade, but it did qualify. Stochastics was oversold, and by 5 p.m. the market did move up, not by much, but it was enough for us to be in profit on a binary option trade, which is about 10 pips. Now this color that you see here, is because it's a Friday, and again, sometimes I'm reluctant to trade on a Friday on London close simply because the markets are just so unpredictable. But notice that it did find support by lunchtime, and then by 4 p.m. the market had rallied. So this trade I did take. The stochastics indicator was oversold at the time of entry, and by 4 p.m. the market had gone all the way up here for about 8 or 9 pips. This one was, I think this was Tuesday. The market sold off, then rallied, but it was flat throughout the London close and 5 p.m. expiry date. And I don't think, yeah, it did. I did remember taking this trade, and the market did go with, I think I was lucky. I got 5 pips out of this trade, and the option did expire and was a winner. But again, stochastics was overbought on the 15-minute chart. This is 1700 hour at 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern, and the market did sell off by 5 p.m. And this trade was interesting because the market sold off initially, went back up, and then from the New York session all the way through the 5 p.m. Eastern or expiry date, the market sold off. Stochastics was overbought, and the entry was 136.20 and went all the way down to 135.93. Here again, the market from the London session rallied, retraced, but by the time the London closed, things were pretty much over, and it did sell off. Stochastics was overbought, time of entry, and it went all the way down. 5 p.m. was about here. So that was about 8 pips, just enough, barely enough to make that binary option trade successful. These are the ones that are easier. When the markets are, this is the European session, came back up and retraced, but by the time the London closed, market had essentially put in 48 pips, and that is the entry. Stochastics oversold on the 15-minute chart, and there's the retracement. Not much of a retracement, but remember, you don't need much to be successful on a binary option trade. And that concludes our tutorial. If you have any questions, please email me. Just log on to fx-northwest.com. We have binary option videos, tutorials, and that's just email me and I'll be happy to return your email. We have also every week we have a binary option class, so if you're interested, it's free. Just email me and I'll add you to the list. Have a good weekend and see everyone on the next video.